Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at a poem called And Tomorrow by Tupac Shakur. You should know who he is. If you don't, well, look him up. And before we begin, make sure you have a physical copy of this poem so that you can write on it and annotate. So let's just look at the directions. It says, as you read, paraphrase the poem on the left side. So over here where it says say, we're going to paraphrase. We're going to write what we think the author is saying. Then it says to write associative words or L2 words on the right side. Your teachers may call these L2s or associative words. These are just words that we think of, that we associate with something going on. It could be a feeling, it could be an idea, just something that we associate or we think of whenever we read some text. Then last, we're going to highlight or underline the corresponding text in the poem. So whatever words we put over here on the L2 side, we need to underline or highlight what part of the text made us think of those words. Okay, you need to go ahead and read the entire poem if you have not already. So I'm going to give you just a second to pause the video if you need to. Read the poem, and then after you finish reading it, come back and push play. Alright, after you've read the whole poem, now we're going to go through and do these little things on the poem, these annotations. So I'm just going to do the first stanza. Remember, a stanza is like a paragraph in a poem. I'm going to do the first stanza with you, and then your job is going to be to finish annotating the poem. Alright, so let's reread the first stanza. Today is filled with anger, fueled with hidden hate, scared of being outcast, afraid of common fate. Alright, so when I read that poem, that first stanza, and just kind of I start thinking about it, what does he mean? What do I feel like he's meaning? Even if I'm wrong, I'm still going to put an answer down. So I feel like he is just saying that all around him, people have anger and hate, have a lot of anger and hate, and he's scared he will be just like them, that he'll have a common fate, and he's scared he will end up like that. Okay, you may need to write smaller than me. Alright, so I've written my paraphrase on the left side. Now I'm going to write my associative words on the right side, my L2 words. So when I read this, today is filled with anger, fueled with hidden hate. When you say filled with anger, it made me think that he's overwhelmed. And I'm going to, as I do it, I'm going to also highlight the parts that I feel like go with that. So filled with anger is why I put overwhelmed. Fueled with hidden hate. Scared of being outcast, afraid of common fate. So he's kind of scared. He's a little bit insecure about his own future. So scared of being scared. Made me think of the word outcast. Of insecure. Afraid of common fate. So this is fear, right? To be afraid is to have fear. I associate fear with people who are afraid. Okay, so that's all I did. Easy peasy. I paraphrased on the left side what the author was saying, and then on the right side I came up with words I associated with what he said, and I made sure to highlight what made me think of these words. You should always be able to connect an L2 word to something in the text. L2 word to something in the text. And I could write more words if I wanted to, but you get the idea. Okay, so your job now is to finish the poem. Finish going through the rest of the poem, annotating it, and when you're done, you need to go on to the next assignment.